The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw, Brissett. Escape. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his 2nd season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away their timing. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Byron Pringle now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Short throw here, the tight end Bates. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. A give up the middle to Gibson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Brissett. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. From the red zone now, Brissett. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Brissett's throw taken in by Pringle. Touchdown, Washington. Byron Pringle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 7, Falcons 3.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, you look at this defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they've been successful so far. I wonder if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time, and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Ritter now. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Let's go. 7-yard line.
Field, black. Ready.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Green, black swamp.
Robinson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Touchdown! Jarvis Landry, 5-yard touchdown, and the Falcons have retaken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Washington first down.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing, Brissett. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Brissett to throw on first. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And it was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
3rd and 12. Ritter to throw it. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and the perimeter, because once he gets outside.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Brissett. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Brissett. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, and now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Brissett sets to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack and a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you.
Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Now a 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Ritter back to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
They'll run with Gibson. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Here's Ritter. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown overall. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. A handoff for Gibson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already showed in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
.35 yards that time on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta regains possession of the football. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Brissett slow, complete to Dotson. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up back left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Ritter with it after the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, Brissett. Out left to Dotson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Brissett. Going right back to Dotson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That is caught. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
But he lost 6 there on the 1st down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. One more time with Gibson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Richie Graham. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Cool for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons, and this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with our avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 10. Brissett now. And his pass incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Again, it's Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ritter on 1st and 10. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. That one deep for London. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Robinson again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are pouring it on. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
And got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Byron Pringle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Commanders 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Check white. Yellow. Lining. Check pink.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Brissett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Right at the 30.
Check pink, blue check. Smith red.
Going play action. Ritter under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Ritter. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they... Touchdown, Washington! Jahan Dotson, 44 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Yellow, line, check pink.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
On the set. Ready.
On play action, here's Ritter. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. There he goes, right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Ritter will set up to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown, Falcons! John Smith, 25 yards for a touchdown. And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
48, Commanders 21.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Brissett sets to throw it. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Complete, it's Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Washington.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Brissett now on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Pringle. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 4th down, Brissett. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Again, Patterson. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. 3rd and 9 here.
It's 3rd and 9.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. That is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
Hey, check. Go.
First down, Brissett. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Brissett. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 15. And the Commanders first down.
A first down throw for Brissett. Out left to Dotson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 20.
From the red zone now, Brissett. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. Brissett again. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Commanders 28.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Brissett on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Brissett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Brissett. This one left side caught by Gibson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Falcons ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
3rd and short, Ritter. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Patterson running between the tackles. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Ready?
They'll run with Patterson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
On 1st and 10, Brissett over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Brissett to throw on first. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
16 yards. First down, Washington.
To throw is Brissett. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Ball carrier. Joe Schubert on the tackle. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Ready? Ready. Hut.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. The drive starts with a completion left side. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Brissett now.
At the 37-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. John Bates, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 42-yard line.
Ritter with it after the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Ready?
Here's a give to Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Washington offense set to take over again. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing, Brissett. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth. And now here is another interception. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Algier, 62 yards. And the Falcons are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Commanders. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So out come the Falcons now. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On first down, Ritter. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
Ritter will set up to throw it. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
First down, Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
49-yard line.
Opposite. Green. Black swap. Check white.
Give to Patterson, running to the right. And now off to the races, down the right side. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Yellow. Line. Check pink. Blue. Check.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Blue striker. Switch. Yellow. Opposite.
Ritter now. He's got Smith here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Check white. Yellow. Line.
Ritter going to keep it. And he gets in. Touchdown. Desmond Ritter keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive, 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. To throw, Brissett. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brissett on first down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Brissett.
At the Falcons' 44-yard line.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Brissett. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Brissett. That one caught by the tight end, Bates. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6. Brissett. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Brissett sets to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Hey, kill. Hey, check, go.
A second down throw for Brissett. He's going deep for Brown. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
A first down throw for Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick, trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 4th down, Brissett. He's got some room to operate, and the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high.
Yeah. First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fufu. Grew up wearing platinum fubu on the Southwest eating fufu. And a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stuff. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks. From Mercedes, I resage Chukwueze. Then my babies, label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot, feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way, Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my katas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect a demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like an art show. Yeah, pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird, let me fly away, Nelly Furtado. Bye.